Good morning and welcome to Morning Tea, where we dish real estate, life, food, and travel.
And we just want to take 1 second to thank Julian for letting us use his listing. This house is on the market for sale at $1.75 million. It's over in Westbury, 158 Friends Lane. If you're interested, please contact us, send us a DM, and hopefully we can make something happen.
And this morning on Morning Tea, we have Angela Kim with us, who is a credit repair specialist who will be dishing all the credit repair tea for us. So, Angela, nice to see you. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. Good to see you guys always.
Absolutely, always. So, Angela, tell us about yourself and what you do.
So my name is Angela at Credit Repair Boss. I've been doing this 11 years, and I really love what I do. And I believe credit is such an important part in our lives, but we don't talk about it in school. We don't teach our kids this. So a lot of people's first exposure to credit is at college. When you go to school, orientation, they say, oh, you get a free credit card, and when you get this credit card, you end up getting a movie voucher, and that's how people get exposed and open their first credit card, and that's not the right way to do it. So we really believe in education and making sure a client who's coming to us at a lot of the times, their end goal is to buy a house. So if that's the case, we gotta fix your credit the right way. If you're at 480, better the credit score, the more money you're gonna save. So it really depends on what your issue is for us to guide you to the finish line to make your dreams come true. I think one of the main factors that really sets us apart from other companies is that we do right by clients and we have really great reputation. If you Google us at Credit Repair Boss, we have over 620 Google reviews and a lot of clients that we helped in the last years and years. And you know, when you look someone up, you could tell it's one word or a couple of sentences, but like these are essays of clients that we really helped and changed their lives. So yeah, we love what we do, and a lot of our clients really become our friends and family because credit is everything.
All right, so Angela, in the 11 years you've been in business, what is credit by your definition, and how should it be used?
So credit is your ability to borrow before making payment. So let's say you want to buy $1 million house and you're putting 20% down. What is a bank going to base your 800,000 lending power from? Based on your credit. Why? Because credit is going to show your 7 years worth of your patterns of paying on time, what kind of jobs you've had, what kind of cars you've had. Most importantly, have you paid on time? Has any of your car been repossessed? Do you have any collections on the report? So basically, it's your borrowing power. So better your credit, the more money you're going to save.
So, Angela, you have so much experience. The people want to know, what is a good credit score considered?
So technically, perfect credit on the FICO is 850. You don't have to have a perfect credit score, and I've actually never seen 850 credit score in my lifetime of doing this credit in 11 years. As long as you're in the 700s, you're typically going to get a better rate on whatever you're looking for. But I do want to say this though, for a lot of the first-time home buyers, people utilize a program called FHA, and I've had a lot of instances where clients had to put down a lot more money because of credit. So with FHA, you could buy a house with as little as 3.5% down, but if your credit is 579 or lower, you actually have to put down 10%. So better the credit, the more money you would save, and you at least want to be in the 700s and better. That way you can take advantage of having a little bit of a better credit score will save you a lot of money.
So in some of our consultations we have with young and new buyers, a lot of times they don't have credit because of the fear of having a credit card. So what would be the best way for someone to establish credit if they don't have any?
So if you have no credit, let's say you just graduated out of high school, you have no credit whatsoever. The best way to build credit with nothing on your report is getting a secure credit card. So there are a lot of banks that I prefer to send my clients over to. You could put down as little as $500 all the way up to $5,000. So you're basically showing the bank how you're going to manage that credit card. So what that means is they hold that $500 in their savings account with you, and you get a credit card with the limit of that 500. So after 7 months of showing good payment history, you can get that money back and you get a 500 unsecured credit card. So it converts from secure with 500 down onto unsecured credit card. That's a good way to start building credit for someone who has zero credit. But I will say this, when people say they have no credit, there has to be some kind of credit. So it's so hard. Let's say you're filling a jar, right, with water. it's never gonna fill if there's a hole in the bottom, right? So although you may think you have no credit, if you have some traces of bad credit or derogatory remarks from before, your priority should be not about building credit, but actually fixing the problem first.
So, Angela, everybody goes to Credit Karma or Chase to check their credit score, but we need to know the real tea. What site exactly do people need to go to track their credit score?
So when I pick up the phone and I ask the clients, when's the last time you checked your credit? I would say 80% of the times the answers are Credit Karma or Experian or Chase. If you bank with Chase, you get a free credit score through your credit journey, but that's not the best way to check credit, and I'll tell you why. You're trying to eat a pie, and you want to pick the best part in the pie, right? And you're looking at only a small piece of the pie instead of looking at the whole pie. So it's not accurate. Why? Because when you're trying to get a mortgage, they look at all three bureau credit report. So they look at Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. With Credit Karma, you're only seeing two. You're not seeing Experian. So I've had a lot of horror stories where clients really believed in Credit Karma. They went to a loan officer to get qualified and found out that there was a $20,000 auto repossession from Capital One still sitting on that bureau. So it's not accurate. So the best way to check credit is looking at all three bureau credit report. So if you go on Experian.com, it is a little expensive though. You have to pay around $40, $39.99 to pull credit. And in my honest opinion, I think that's a lot of money for a credit report. So usually I recommend Identity IQ, $20 to pull credit, but super accurate. But most importantly, not a hard inquiry. It doesn't affect your score. It doesn't go down at all. So I could share that link with everybody so you can actually see where your credit stands. And that score is what the bank is going to give you when you're trying to get a mortgage and buy a house with you guys.
All right, so that's actually pretty cool. $20 with Identity IQ, you can have a soft pull, but with all three bureaus. Now, with that soft pull, will they actually see everything?
So it's not even a soft pull. So there's no impact on your credit, but it's really accurate. You get to see all the credit history in the last 7 years. You see the names of employers you work for, home addresses, but most importantly, all the credit card accounts, all the auto loan accounts, all the student loan accounts, sometimes even your rental history. You get to see everything on the report. So it's really an accurate reflection of credit and inquiry. That's a big one. Any credit that you've tried to inquire, like anything that you've tried to apply for in the last 2 years are going to be the ones that actually matter on the report. You're going to see all of that.
So guys, let's get into the Q&A. So we have our followers that we asked some questions to, and we got a response from KikiBaby_BBK. And she asked, after damaging your credit, how do you restore it, Angela?
You can restore your credit by fixing the actual issues on the report. So that it really depends. Is it student loan late payments that's hurting you, or is it car late payments, or did your car ever get repossessed? We probably should fix the root of the problem to better your credit. So everyone's problems are different. So we offer free consultation. So when you're feeling sick, you go to the doctors. You first have to get a diagnosis. So after knowing what your illness is, you could be put on a right treatment plan that's going to heal you. You can't take the flu med if you have something else, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, very customized approach. Depends on what your issue is. We can fix it and take it from there.
Absolutely.
So, Angela, this was a great conversation. Thank you for being our first guest on the show. And we just want to know, how can the people get in contact with you?
You could reach me through Instagram at Angela the Credit Boss, or the best way to reach me is texting at 516-698-4303. If you'd like to email me, you're more than happy to email me, Angela@creditrepairboss.com.
Angela, it was such a pleasure having you today. I feel like you gave such great feedback to everybody looking and wanting to establish credit. So we thank you and appreciate your time and being our first guest on our show.
Thank you for having me. What an honor to be the first guest.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys go contact Angela for all your credit repair needs and anything else in regards to credit. You guys have a great day.